Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm King POSH, your host for today's show. So today we are looking at my all-wheel drive drift build for the 2012 Nissan GTR Black Edition. Now, the reason I am showing this tune is because I got a message today by Anyway CXVD. And he says, "You are a drift god. Found your tuning on Nissan GTR Black Edition in Forza Horizon 4, dude. That's amazing. Just how do you do it? Or do that? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the tune." So, I just took it out. It's snowy out there on the track. But it was a lot of fun, and yeah, so you are right, it is an amazing tune. I have two tunes up here, and what I'm showing is the Easy All-Wheel Drive Drift. The King All-Wheel Drive is pretty much the same exact tune, but it's got a Widebody kit, and it kind of is like sluggish. But I mean, if you guys like Widebodies, then go with that. But definitely the Easy All-Wheel Drive Drift, the original, way to go. Alright, let's get right into what I put onto the car. So we'll start at the end here. So it's got the stock drivetrain. Alright, and then, you know, when you got that kind of stuff going on, you can go right to preferences, and you can turn everything off that way, or you can just go over here and just press do not disturb. Alright, anyways, back to what I was doing. Stock drivetrain. Alright, here's what the wide body looks like. But you can see that weighs 3,700 pounds and this weighs 3,100 pounds. So it's a huge, you know, weight difference. And then, of course, more grip because it's a super wide body. Alright, nothing for the front. Here's what it looks like with the race. Okay, stock in the rear. There's also, you can get this on there, or you can put downforce on there, but just leave it stock. Tires are stock tire compound. Stock width in the front. Stock width in the rear. Alright, my favorite rims, TC 105Ns. 20s in the front. 20s in the rear. Alright, stock front track width in the front, and stock rear track width in the rear. Now you're trying to make this drift. I mean, you make those tires out there, you're gonna have issues. You're gonna have more gripping issues. Alright, race transmission and a race differential. Race brakes, drift springs and dampeners, stock front anti-roll bars for the front, stock rear anti-roll bars for the rear, stock chassis reinforcement roll cage is going to be stock, but you're going to make it as light as possible for that 3,100 pounds. Alright, you got race intake, race fuel system, race ignition, race exhaust, race cams and valves, race valves, race displacement, race pistons, a race turbo, race intercooler, race oil and cooling, and you also got a race flywheel. So let's show you guys the tune, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, so here you go. You can pause this and write down what you need to know. And huge shout out to the person that asked for this car. So here's the gearing. Now, I looked over this at first, and I was like, oh, I left the negative 5.0. Usually that's not the case. It's usually like a negative 1.4, 1.4. This is probably one of the rare occasions you'll ever see that I didn't even touch the camber. I just worked the toe and the caster. Like I said, no anti-roll bars. You don't need them. Alright, you can put anti-roll bars on your car and just leave them stuck and then take your car drifting, and you'll see there's a huge difference. And then when you take them off, you'll be like, oh yeah, anti-roll bars aren't really there for drifting. I mean, they're for, you know, it'll make the car lighter. I don't know how, because you're adding parts onto a car, but yeah. Dampening. Alright, you get those numbers? Good, let's move on. No downforce, none at all. So if you have downforce on yours, take it off, and yeah, you'll be fine. Unless you like it. If you need that extra grip, go with it. Braking, now it's 30% to the rear with 130% pressure. In Forza Horizon 4, everything is backwards from Forza 6, 7, any of the Forza Motorsports really. Horizons have been known to be backwards on their braking systems. So by taking the braking force balance to 30% to the rear, your car is actually going to stop quicker than if you put balance force like 70% to the front. You would think that would help with 130% pressure, but it's completely the opposite. Your car will stop in a longer distance than a shorter distance. This right here is going to give you the shortest distance to stop. And then here's the differential. Pretty simple, 76, 46, 97, 97, with the center balance of 65%. It all works well, and so on and so forth. So there's the tune for you, and hopefully you enjoyed that. I will show you my other one. Alright, the Widebody. It's only got 113 downloads, 147 uses, and 0 likes. This one here has 370 downloads, been used 258 times, and been liked twice. So, and it says beginner ready, and it's a great car. And this one, it just says Widebody, so then you know it has a Widebody. So, I was able to rework the weight on there. As you can see, I only added like 30 pounds to it, and yeah, so we'll go from there. Everything's pretty much the same. I'm just going to show the tune on this car. So we'll just go with that. So we got 55, 55 for the Widebody. Alright. Gearing. Alright. Alignment. See, a little different. The camber is actually back to 1.4 and the rear is 1.4. This is a typical tune. But you can use the other tune. The other tune's fine. It actually works just fine. Alright, this one has anti-roll bars. And you would notice a difference if you try them both. Since it's a wide body, I really had to stiffen this thing up to even get it to slide, and it does well. It really does. Not as good as the easy all-wheel drive drift. Not as good as the original. The original without the wide body, awesome, absolutely awesome. This one lacks it just because of the wide body, but it's still a good car. So, and there's the tune for the wide body. So, slight differences, but other than that, stick with the easy all-wheel drive drift. It is going to be your best option to have. And yes, so just remember who the guy was. It was Anyway CXVD. Hey. Thank you very much. Huge shout out to you. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the flip side. So, as soon as this thing wants to save content, because it's very, very slow, and now I see it just a dot. There we go. Awesome. Let's just have a nice look of this vehicle. And another nice thing about, there's no like engine up, other engines, so you can go and look at everything. Oh, it's a pretty sweet ride. Can't get into the trunk, which is weird. But yeah, cool. Well, hey guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.